Today's video has proudly been supported by myself and my own web shop, the TSMC shop. I've recently gotten a lot of new items in from Tamiya, various other brands, and also a big shipment from USCP. I have also added a lot of the missing photos to the website, which has taken way too long, and I still have a couple more to do, specifically the ones for Zero Paints, but at least the ones for number 5, Scale Production, USCP, and all the other new recent items have been added. So if you want to help support the channel and myself, then go to tsmc.shop and check out all of the scale modeling supplies we have on offer. So while Kevin is working really hard in his cave to finish off some of the other 1:8 scale builds, he recently finished the Alpine A110. Videos of that are on the channel, and he has started working on the Porsche 917 as well. He is making really good progress, and it is coming to a finish fairly soon, so once he has completed his work on that, the videos of those will soon follow. Now, as I said, he's doing that in his cave, so I had a bit more space and time on my hands in my own cave, so I decided to get started on the Agora model's LaFerrari. Now, this one fits in a bit better with my own style and preference, and therefore I decided to do this one myself and give the other ones that I'm not really all that interested in to Kevin, as he does really like those and can get a lot more fun out of them than I would. But with him doing work on those and me working on this one, we can still create a lot of content for you guys on different subjects, so I hope you appreciate all the work that is going into these. Now, Kevin is building the kits he's getting from IXO Collections and Agora Models pretty much out of box and following the instructions and doing some minor modifications where needed, while I'm going to be modifying some of these kits a little bit here and there to get them to my own taste. Now, one of the first mods that I decided to do to this Agora kit is draw up a box for all of the screws to go into and 3D print that on the Bamboo Lab printer, which was a pretty easy design done in Tinkercad and made it a lot easier to organize all of the screws and just keep a good overview of where all of them are without having to search through all of the bags every single time. So as you probably already know, with these types of builds, you buy a subscription, get a package pretty much every month or every couple of months, or multiple packages a month depending on the type of subscription you choose, but they aren't really in chronological order. Now, I'm building from package 1 to whatever I have at the moment, and I think I'm about package 8 or 9, and just cutting out all of the stuff that is not related to the engine build, as I'm trying to make these videos a bit more in following with a type of build instead of going from one part to the other. So I decided to start off the video series with the engine, but in the background I've also already finished up a lot of the exterior components and pretty much the entire interior, but none of that was fully completed to a stage that I felt comfortable doing a video of. So that will come at a further point in time, but for now I'm just going to start off with the engine. So do keep in mind that even though I'm showing you this in a sort of chronological order with all of the engine parts going together, this is pretty much spread out over 7 or 8 packages of the kit in total, with a lot of the interior and exterior bits already done in the background. But again, like I just said, those will come in a later video combining all of those stages together. So in this case, I'm just building it up as I go with the engine components. Most of them are already painted or are just simply made out of metal, so don't need to be painted. You could go a lot further and add a ton more detail, drill out all of the holes, add more bolts, do some weathering, do some additional painting, but overall a lot of these components are simply just fun to build, and none of them will even be seen once the model is completed. So I'm deciding to add some modifications here and there, but mostly to the parts that need it most, and actually to the parts that will be seen in the end. So in this case, a lot of the engine components are already silver, a bit of a textured paint, or like I said, a metal component, and I'm not really going to be adding any detail to it whatsoever. I could add some weathering to the exhaust, or maybe even to all of the metal pieces, but I decided not to do that, as I wanted to keep it nice and clean and just have some fun assembling it, and then focus my attention to the modifications on parts that will be seen, which I will be showing you a bit further in the video once I get to them. One of the first parts for the engine that I decided to modify were the valve covers. Now they do come pre-painted, sort of. The base part is a red plastic and some additional black has been added to it where it needed to be, and then they sprayed a sort of textured paint on top of it. However, I figured it wasn't really nice, bright, and red enough, and it could use a bit more texture, a bit more spread evenly over the part. So I decided to do that with some textured red paint from Zero Paints, applied a couple of coats just to build it up nicely. It makes it a lot redder, a lot brighter, and also spreads the texture out a little bit better in my opinion. That does leave some of the parts that were previously painted black now also textured red, so those simply were touched up with a brush and some black paints. I left those parts to cure for a little while, and then in the meantime could move on to some other components which will be shown at a later stage in the build series, but then get back to these parts once they were nice and dry and could start assembling all of the coil packs. Now these are simply a pressure fit, but some of these are really not as tight as I'd like them to be, and that will become a bit more apparent when I start adding all of the wiring and the cabling later on. So it is pretty good of an idea to add some glue. Now I will not be installing all of them, as 2 of these will cover up some of the screw holes later on, so you do need to access them at that point when installing them finally. But for now, just simply put in the parts that you need to while going through the instructions, and I'm also going to add some of the nuts and bolts to it as well. These are chrome plated, might be a little bit too bright, but do stick out really nicely and add some detail and bling to it. But you could also decide to strip them down, remove all of the chrome, and repaint them silver if you'd like to. Once those were all installed, I did add some glue to those as well, even though again they were a pressure fit. Then the valve covers could be put onto the engine, the screws could be put in place, and the final coil packs could be glued on as well before adding all of the wiring. I do have to quickly note that the wiring itself was pretty hard to do, as both of the wiring harnesses for the left and the right really look like each other, as they are sort of mirror images, and the instructions aren't really all that clear, and the packages they come in also look the same and are unnumbered. So it did take quite a couple of tries to get them right, and I'm still not entirely sure that I did get them right, so some of the videos might look a bit weird, but hopefully in the end I did put them in the correct positions and have them all in the right orientations, etc. Now with that said and done, I could move on to some more detailing, and that is just adding some clear coat over the carbon fiber parts. Now all of the carbon fiber parts in the kit are already really nice. They are simply just the base parts with some paint and also carbon fiber decals on top, but they did not clear coat them whatsoever, so they did lack a bit of color, brightness, shininess, etc. And I wanted to change that to just level the kit up that much more, and I decided to add some clear coat. Now this is the first part that I'm doing this on for the engine, but there will be many more for on the interior and the exterior that will follow in the further episodes of the build. But for now, this is just a general idea of what will be done to most of these parts. So a lot of them will be left alone, but where easily detailable or a big change can be achieved with minor investment, so to speak, I will be doing that on a lot of the parts. And for the interior, I will be changing the color. Now don't get your hopes up too high. The exterior is painted red from factory, and I am planning to leave it, as I really like the look of a red LaFerrari with a black roof. And I didn't really fancy changing that into a color that I didn't really like, so I focused on the parts that I did want to change, and there are some of the exterior bits that will also receive a new color, but those will be shown once I get to them in the video series. That's it for now. In the next episode, I might be moving on to the interior, if I get enough of that completed by then. But for now, that's it, and if you're interested in any of the products used or getting one of these Agora kits, I will be leaving a link in the video description down below.